So as companies scale, they'll bring in management, they'll bring in potentially general counsel. So your interactions become with those people. Now you'll always have that bond with the senior management team. Like, I'll always have a bond with like everybody I start out with. But again, the role changes in terms of how we're advising. We're not, and as the company grows too, we're not into the weeds on the day-to-day anymore. We're very much transactional focused, big event focused, financing, acquisition, major issues that come up over time, major initiatives. Whereas like in the early days, we're turning employment agreements for the earlier companies, right, and really down in the weeds. So the relationship changes, and that's the way we want the relationship to change, right? We want the company ultimately to stand on its own 2 feet, bring people in to build out those roles, and then advise on the most mission critical work for the company.
It comes down to all of the things that you thought you were good at when you were a startup, you're going to have to give it to somebody who's way better at that one thing than you are, and you're going to have to find the role. Most human beings are not good at letting go at almost everything that they do in a day, and because our identities are mixed up into these things. So I've learned that that's the most difficult part of the journey, is figuring out who are the right people, but also letting go.
You really want to get to a point where your sales organization is very predictable. And often early on, the people who are doing sales in an organization are the founders. It's anyone who's there who, when you start, everyone's doing everything. But then when you kind of get to, I don't know, maybe $1 million in contract value, maybe it's a little bit earlier, maybe it's a little bit later, but that's just kind of a measure. This is not $100,000 in contract value, it's a little bit later. You have to hire somebody because that's real revenue. And I remember one of the things that we did at Cloudflare is we hired kind of our first executive was a head of sales. And we said, hey, we want you to come in and build out the sales organization. And what he's done along the way that's been amazing is he took something that was, we learned a lot, flexible, learning, doing what's right for the customer, and making it into something that's very predictable. So that both that we can hire more people into our sales organization to help our business grow, which is really important as you build your company. You want it to be predictable.